I got a little carried away with that one. I don't know. I like me a good little smooth, you know. I don't know. I'm from Chicago, so we like to do the little diddy bop, two step, dusty steppers type of groove, grown folk type stuff. Y'all young and don't know nothing about that there. Okay, but I'm here. I'm back. It's Queen Common Sense coming back to you with another one from the Chi-Town Hold It Down remix to the sticks, y'all. It's getting real out here in these here social media and reality show streets, isn't it? Isn't it? Isn't it? Oh yes, I had to come back and talk about uh co-parenting and kin the creep, okay? Because I am, very well versed on co-parenting. I've had to live through it. And what better teacher is experience? I've also had to assist and support a couple of my friend girls with co parenting, after they ended their marriage and relationship with the father of their children. I can't stand baby daddy and baby mama unless it's coleslaw. But we know creepy Ken. First of all, wait a minute. Let me wind that back and get my head together. My apologies. I hope everybody is blessed, prospering, healing, and just overall chill on this fine early morning. We are at Saturday, December 21st at 5:46 Eastern Standard Time. And under the sound of my voice, I pray and send out love, protection, prosperity, abundance, evolution, healing to everyone who deserves it. Okay? I keep it all the way a buck. We here to talk about creepy Ken, Ken the creeper. Okay? I have co-parented, and is it easy? No. Uh, will you always agree with some things that your co-parent partner does and says no? Uh, is it difficult when you're angry at said co-parent? Oh yeah. Okay. But let's keep it all the way one thou wow. Okay. This particular scene that I saw with creepy Ken, Ken the creeper, really, I'm gonna explain why I say what I say about it. Okay. This was completely childish. It was a passive aggressive dig at Marquez, and the whole overall mannerisms and the whole overall motive was to throw a jab and humiliate Marquez in front of his children. Now, people say, oh, well, he was an absentee father. He just up and left his cheering and with no explanation, none, and he just was gone. Okay, we're going to talk about that. The reason why I don't really hold it against Marquez for leaving the marital home, because if I had to live with somebody like Latricia, and I have in male form, a female form too, okay? But I can understand why Marquez eventually just left, okay? Especially after finding out how sneaky and diabolical and underhanded his wife is, not was, is. I'm being very intentional with my words. I would leave too to keep from catching a case, a domestic case, okay, from anointing her and not with holy oil, okay? Ken is disgusting because he is a low frequency predator. Okay. He hunts for women who are vulnerable, who are broken, who are in a tumultuous situation, whether it be financially, emotionally, spiritually, or all three, all the above, right? I see creepy kins a dime a dozen. This is why another reason I say it's very important to protect your aura, to protect your cipher, your energy. Energy. Okay? Just because you get some attention doesn't mean it's the type of attention that you need or should entertain. Let me put it that way. Ken is a predator. I'm going to put it out there again because Trisha was broken. She had not addressed her inner shadows and demons from the loss of her parents to her estranged marriage, to her unresolved childhood issues, to her immaturity emotionally and mentally. They got married too young. That's just my opinion. When you get married fresh out of high school, you're not emotionally and mentally and psychologically developed enough to handle the weight of a committed monogamous relationship and commitment like marriage. A lot of people are not. It is very rare that high school sweethearts who get married fresh off of the graduation stage truly make it till death do us part or, happily ever after. It's very rare. Okay. It's cute, but it's not common statistically and logically speaking if we're really looking at this from a mature logical standpoint. Okay. This is the pattern. We have so many different branches to this ugly weed that Car Lucifer has planted because now the same cycle of abuse is starting up with Marquez, the way they started up with Melody, creating a very hostile, volatile environment for this man to film under. And they're boosting up this demonic energy of Ken, the creeper, as if he is the knight in shining armor and the savior to this situation. Okay. So I understand why Marquez feels unhinged a little bit and he feels a little off because it happened to me as a co parent. I was painted out to be the troublemaker and, the villain in the co parenting situation when it was the new girlfriend who was whispering in the ear of my son's father while he was very ill with lymphoma cancer. So I've seen this hundreds of times before. I've lived through it. That's why I can speak so confidently on creepy Ken the predator. Okay? Because he himself admitted that he was in this similar situation with his previous relationship was a married woman and it did not work out, yet he is still in good standings with her children or child, which is weird to me. Okay. Now, let's take a look see at this on IG. This little clip made me almost want to vomit. And we're going to break it down. You know how I do. Okay. And I'm show you some pick Misha comments too that really took me for a loop because I'm a daddy's girl. Okay. It's very rare, that my dad would step away, but he did have to step away a couple of times to cool off and take a walk or a drive to keep from putting my mama in a figure four because of her mouth and her delusions. I'm just keeping it a buck. So some of y'all sitting the back in the nosebleed seats can wake the hell up and stop capping and caping for these weirdo, predator, creepy folk on these reality shows just because it's a show on television. Okay? Because it's not entertaining to have someone lie on you as a parent, mother or father, and try to put out a narrative that is not true, that you know is not true. Okay? So let's keep it a buck. Let's look at this logically, and then I'm gonna break it down and tell you even further why I feel Ken need his ass kicked. Okay, now let's go. I'm gonna do it like you know how we do. We're gonna go over here, uh, and take a look at a few things over here. See, I'm not big on capitalizing off of other people's pain, even when I'm angry at someone or I feel they have slighted me, if I see them in pain and it's truly something that is beyond their control or something they had to do to break away to avoid deeper issues from manifesting, making it worse. I'm not big on gloating over someone's pain or misfortune or, you know, maybe awkwardness, right? It's called emotional maturity, patience, and grace. And despite how, when a person has to talk about, oh, I'm just trying to help, you ain't trying to fucking help. You trying to be nosy. You trying to meddle. You sticking your nose somewhere where it don't fucking belong. You're not trying to help. You want to glean information and collect data, okay, and soak up the deets so you can run and carry bones or have something to deflect away from your own misery that you don't want to reveal to the rest of everybody. Okay? So, if you haven't already, please hit the like button, share this video, subscribe to the channel, pass it along. Even if you don't like it, it still keeps me in the algorithm. I'm not everybody's cup of tea, okay? But I know tea when I see it, okay? So if you support, you love, you like, you enjoy, that's my cash app. I'm still arguing with YouTube, y'all, about getting remonetized. Okay, like I said before, I was monetized already, and then because my both my houses got washed away with hurricanes, I had to stop vlogging and posting and put my life back together. So I lost my monetization. I didn't lose it. They deactivated it. I didn't lose it. That's wrong terminology. They deactivated me. So I'm trying to get it reactivated. And I'm working on that slowly but surely because I have been juggling several things. So I have to edit certain things off my channel for them to approve the monetization. And I have a lot of videos. And the rules have changed over the years for monetization. Now it's a lot easier to get monetized. Back when I got monetized, it was not. Okay. It was not easy. So there you go. There's my Cash App. If you feel it on your heart to bless the channel, thank you. No pressure. Okay. If not, a like and a subscribe is fine. If you don't want to subscribe, a like is fine. A dislike is fine. Okay. So moving on to creepy Ken with his predatorial, weirdo, yuck face. These are adults. Let's be reminded. These are adults. And these are adults who made a conscious choice to come on national TV and completely show their ass. Okay. In my opinion, Ken's character is completely showing now. I've always had the side eye for him. I never really liked him, period. Not just for Ken. I'm going to put back up, roll that back. Ken and Tish deserve each other because they both are rotten mofos. Okay. I'm trying to clean up my mouth. They're both rotten liars. One is a predator, and the other one is a covert, malignant narcissist. So have a peek at this, shall we?
We want to thank everybody for coming. This was amazing. We know you guys have a lot of things going, but we're glad that y'all came out here to celebrate our kids. We want to celebrate the parents, me, Trisha.
Now, yeah, before I can get started good, I'm pausing. Yes, this was deliberate. It was a passive aggressive dig. And as we can see, the children are not slow by far. Children pick up on everything. Okay. And now this young man, Marquez's son, is a man. Okay. He's old enough to put man hands on somebody over his mom or his dad. Okay. And the fact that Trish is standing here like a dumb, deaf mute, giggling and laughing through her teeth when earlier on the girls' trip she was lying through her teeth is beyond me. It's completely beyond me. You don't want to divorce the man. Okay. You playing victim crying about how he abandoned you emotionally and physically and left and was a deadbeat dad and all of this stuff. Listen, I understand why Marquez had to take a step away from the household and even from his children to preserve his sanity. Because living with a person like Latricia with a scatterbrained, nitwit, dimwit mindset like her, I would have to step away for a couple of years too to get myself together so I wouldn't put my hands around her fucking neck. Okay, let's go.
All y'all guys who take care of y'all kids, I got some good influences around me, you know. These guys, you know, they teach me. I'm a younger father, so I still have a lot of learning to go. And these guys right here, they help me out.
Hey, I'm the father. Hi.
And I'm sorry. That was a little bit that was a little bit ratchet, but I probably would have done the same thing. Since you want to take it there and try to make it seem like I don't exist because you stepped in the last couple of years and filled in a gap that needed to be filled as a father figure, and you're going to try to make it seem like I've been absent all my children's life and I didn't contribute anything to raising them up to be the people that they are. See, the reason why I can talk about this is because my mother tried to do the same thing to me, make it seem as if I was such a, you know, unfit mother that she had to step in and take over. And not one time did she ever have to take care of my children other than when I asked her to temporarily for a few hours or if she volunteered to do it, which was never. Okay. So let's keep it all the way 1000, okay? I probably would have shown my ass a little bit in public too, and I have at certain family reunions when my sister would talk her ish and try to make it seem like I was a charity case because I had children and was at the time a young mother still trying to find my way and not married to their father. Okay. She tried that a couple of times and I shut the whole family reunion down. Okay. All right. So I understand where where Marquez's head is. I don't see him as a bad guy at all. I see him as confused. I see him as highly, deeply emotional, wound up tight, stressed out, and furious at his soon to be ex wife because she did a rebound, not to mention an IG rebound, and has been unfaithful and cheating on him with an emotional affair with this creepy nigga Ken. I'm just keeping it a buck. I'm telling you what the spirit shows me and what I know that I'm seeing and hearing with my third eye chakra. You understand me? Okay, let's go.
First off, we want to thank everybody for coming. This was amazing. We know you guys have a lot of things going, but we're glad that y'all came out here to celebrate our kids. We want to celebrate the parents, me, Trisha.
What's so funny? If you're really trying to be the bigger person, Ken, as you said to your friend, then you would have said the father and the mother and yourself. We're going to celebrate our children. Marquez, thank you for being here. Trish, I appreciate you allowing me the opportunity and the honor to step in as a bonus parent and help take care of these lovely young people who are growing up to be fascinating, magical adults or what have you. The hard work that you and your ex-husband or their father put in, I see it here, and I'm just honored to be. See, that's somebody who's really trying to be an assistant bonus parent. That's somebody that doesn't mean any harm and is not coming in to try to flex on the father as the new partner. Okay, Trisha, was a revenge move for Trisha. She wanted to get back at her husband for not being there the way she wanted him to. And maybe he didn't have the capacity to because he was not mentally and emotionally developed enough to fill her needs the way she needed him to emotionally. They got married very young, okay? And usually when you're traumatized and you have come from a toxic background and you're trauma bonding with the person that you are set to marry or your high school sweetheart in their case, you are emotionally and mentally frozen at that age where the trauma began. So, from what I understand, Trisha and Marquez explained that they were both awkward when they met. They were both socially kind of quirky and weird, and I get that too, because so was I. Most empaths are, most gifted, spiritually gifted people are socially awkward. Okay, sometimes that translates into being on the autism spectrum. That could be a very well uh, good reason or good option to explore because there are a lot of undiagnosed autistic people. Shout out to spiritual whistleblower who just recently found out she was on the high end of the spectrum as an adult. She just found this out because her mammy wasn't shit, okay, just like mine, and they go undiagnosed and unevaluated and not properly addressed in their primary years of school, such as my older brother, who shares the same name as Melody's brother, went undiagnosed with dyslexia because my mother was one of those mothers. Ain't nothing wrong with my children. Okay. I have perfect children. I have a perfect life. I have a perfect marriage. I have perfect everything. You're not going to label my black little babies, you know, misguided obstinance, misguided deflection. That's what narcissists do. Okay. This is a generational thing. And then if they were being parented properly, Marquez and Trisha, their parents would have advised against them getting married so young unless it was a shotgun wedding. On top of that, there's a lot of things to consider versus just jumping on the bandwagon to flame broil Marquez for taking a step away. Because we all see Melody had to take a step away from her marriage. Of course, she took her children with her, right? But she came back to try to fight for her marriage, and she got the confirmation she needed with the lack of change behavior behind that whack ass apology that Martell gave her. Okay? And I'm certain that this is very similar to Trish and Marquez's story. Okay? So this is why I have a problem with creepy Ken. Okay? Now, there's another one that he did this before this party, or was it after? I don't know. But we're going to scroll through and find it here real quick. Let's scroll through and find. I know I saw it somewhere here. meets up with his buddy at the bar. I just think Ken is disgusting. You know, he's this is a no flex zone, okay? And you are flexing for the cameras. You flexing because you need something to validate you because your previous side nigga relationship didn't work. Okay? This is feeding Ken's ego to step up for Latricia and Marquez's children. And and step in and do things and fill the gap to be able to flex on another black man. Okay? This is feeding his ego. I don't think that it's on here. It may be somewhere else. I think I was looking at it somewhere else. But y'all know what I'm talking about. Okay, where he met up at the bar with his buddy and was, preaching about how he's trying to be, the rational, level-headed person in the matter, and how he's trying to be the bigger person. So anybody who has to boast and brag, like I said before, I'm trying to be the bigger person. If you have to announce your intentions, then it's not genuine. Just like when you announce what little philanthropy or whatever you might do for the community, or for the church, it's not genuine. Okay, it's not damn genuine if you have to keep reiterating what your intentions are for another man's children as the bonus father or the side dude or whatever you want to call yourself. This is a no flex zone in co-parenting. You just do what you know is correct to do and not make it a jab at the, because those children are going to eventually turn around to resent Ken, because they're going to naturally want to protect their father. They know the truth. Those children know the truth. They know that their father was probably still in contact with them the whole entire time, but had a go between, a buffer, and thank goodness he had support, the support of his father to stand in the gap, so there wouldn't be anything volatile that would occur to further damage the collective family union. So I applaud Marquez for the move he made and taking a step away from Latricia. Okay, because I would need a step away too from her. All right, I would need a little step away myself. Okay, from her, because Latricia is a piece of work, okay? And she is a dangerous, dangerous person to be around, and have two men on the verge of going to blows because of her twisted, demented manner of weaving this web of being the damsel in distress. This is very dangerous. And Carl Lucifer is disgusting for allowing production to take this journey. Okay? That's just how I feel about this disgusting, vile scene that I saw. Okay? It's no different than the women at the dinner table who started trying to get a rise out of Melody in discussing Latricia going over to allegedly physical train and exercise with Martell. Okay. So be that as it may, Ken is a predator. He's not a savior. He's not an example, a good example of a bonus father. He is disgusting, okay, to be philandering and fornicating around with a married woman, okay? It should be very obvious for emotionally mature and experienced people who co-parent properly. Okay, because this is not the proper way to co-parent by uplifting the person that you are in a relationship with, a new relationship with, and then passively aggressively stepping on and disparaging the other parent. It's just not the way to handle things. Okay. So y'all let me know what you think in the comment section. Drop those eagle feathers. And shout out to Pinky, the housewife, continuing to send her prayers and healing. Um, she's got a little bit of a voice back now, but she's still healing. And now Mr. Pinky doesn't feel well. So continue to pray for her family, the Pinky family, and that they heal and get better and stronger and everything like that. Cause this little bug, man, I don't know. Something real shady about this bug that's going around because it latches on, don't want to let go. All right. So with that, I'm gonna be out. I love you all very, very much. And thank you again for the love and support from each and every one of you. I do have a surprise giveaway coming up, and I am going to develop something to where one of my subscribers, or I don't know, it might be a few, get a little surprise. We see what we can do to come up with something like a little quick little fun trivia or something like that. So for the holidays, things like that. So we can shift the energy, bring in some joy, bring in some love and unity, and a big thank you to show my appreciation for everyone who comes through and shows love. Okay. So I'm gonna get out of here for right now. Okay. Love you to pieces. Once again, continue to drink your water. Keep your eyes open. Okay. Keep your eyes open. Don't let people, you know, people like Ken just, y- I don't know. Y'all, let me know what you think in the comment section. Okay. Let me know what you think in the comment section. I love you. And again, thank you, thank you, thank you all. I'm out for right now, y'all.